Yeah, these are it's just a business calendar for the year. Yeah, I was gonna share it with people and, sorry, you do have one? Oh yeah, I saw you take one, that's great. Do you want a calendar? Sure.
Do you still have the before hours co-working connection?
It's gonna be before hours, starting August 31st. So I can probably just introduce you, open up really quick. So I'm Julie Kittredge, I'm the Business Services Advisor here at the library. And I work with the local entrepreneurial community and the small business community, helping them navigate social media and that sort of thing. We teach programs at the library, and he just asked about our co-working connection, which was during the day in the spring. And we had some attendance, but we'd like to reach more people. So we decided to open it up in the fall to be before hours, opening up the library a little bit early just for this event a couple times a month. So we're starting that August 31st. We're really excited about it. There'll be refreshment, we're providing coffee, of course, and some pastries and that sort of thing. But if you're interested in networking and connecting with the community, our goal is really just to connect you with each other. That was the big thing at our co-working connection, is really making quality connections with each other, and connecting you with resources of the community, not only just at the library, but also in the surrounding community area. So it's really valuable time. I just gave you the calendar for the rest of the year. It goes through December, so you can check out what we have to offer coming up. I think most recently, we do have tech classes in the learning center, and those used to only be open to Arlington Heights residents for businesses specifically. Just for business classes in the training center, those are open to anybody now, so we make sure that it's not excluding people who are not, if you own a business in the area and want to attend, you can do that. So, but without further ado, I just want to introduce Joe. He's been a regular. He's come to the co-working connections. He's very active in the community, active in the chamber, and I really respect his knowledge. I don't know anything about SEO, and I get a lot of questions about it, and it is kind of mysterious. So we wanted to bring somebody in to help kind of demystify all of that, and I think he's going to be really helpful. So.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you all for coming tonight. I've got about 12 slides. We've got about an hour. I hope a majority of that is me flying through the slides and a lot of question and answer. But since we have plenty of time, I'd like to go through and have everybody just introduce themselves and share a little bit about what you do, so that I can infuse my presentation with specific examples. If you wouldn't mind starting.
Jerry Hannigan, I do marketing consulting and teach at the college level. Teach business and marketing.
Stacey Ennis, I'm CFO at our home firm and property tax consultant.
I'm Terry Ennis. We have a national property tax consulting firm, quite active in the community. I know Joe through Rotary, the Chamber. I also sit on the Village Plan Commission. It's an interesting topic.
I'm Teresa Everett. I have my own business. I do rentals of vintage and antique china, and I cater to not only weddings and bridal showers, wedding showers, but I also do executive levels. So I go into executive offices and I offer top level, like doctors who want to have a more upbeat conference, and we design catering to that and work with special chefs that bring in, and then they have an elegant dinner, elegant luncheon, and it's quite a presentation.
I'm Kristen, and I work at the Arlington Heights Chamber of Commerce. I do marketing and communications there. My husband and Kevin is also working on starting up a carpet cleaning business. So we're looking forward to both of those.
I'm Janice Wolkins. I teach piano.
Awesome. My mom is a piano teacher. Total respect.
What's her name?
Anna Walsh, but she didn't teach here. So, hi Stacy. Hi, how are you? Daughter's graduated.
Yeah.
Jean Stasek, doing a corporate America kind of thing, trying to get into my own business, so this is what I'm here for.
I'm Alex Fung. I currently started working for a startup. We're trying to launch a parenting website for online resources for parents.
I'm Jim Holder. I'm a local RE/MAX agent, so I help people consult and negotiate and oversee all the transaction details so that everything goes smoothly. And everybody's a happy camper. Been doing it a long time. I have lots of clients here in Arlington Heights. Know the turf quite well.
Nina, you want to make an intro?
Oh, sorry. Yes. I'm Ann Ziegenhorn. I'm the new business development manager for Matrix Tooling and Matrix Plastic Products. We're a 85-employee plastic injection molder in Wooddale. Family owned, but very short staffed. So I'm the quality ISO document writer and coordinator, and also the website person and the trade show planner. So, and I have no idea what I'm doing with SEO, so that's why I'm here.
Good. So a lot of different understanding levels, a lot of different awareness levels. As I was trying to put this together, I tried to start from scratch and move to light speed. So, that's where I say I hope the questions come in. And most of the presentation, I never liked being lectured to, so I hope you guys don't either. My name is Joe Skibby. Started JRS Marketing Communication in 2008. I help small and mid-sized businesses be seen and be heard across web, social, and search channels. My background has always been in small and mid-sized business communications, starting in financial services and transitioning into public policy for a not-for-profit. We were talking earlier how digital marketing and SEO wasn't really something you could take a course load in when I was studying my master's in 2008. So all of what I've learned has been self-taught and through practicum with clients and taking my lumps, ultimately determining an appropriate philosophy and how to market successfully. So, big question, what is SEO, right? I think everybody has heard the acronym. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. The key component of that being search. We're talking Google, Bing, and Yahoo. It's where a majority of search gets done. Recently, Facebook passed Google as the #1 referrer of website traffic. So, that can tell us a little bit about how consumers are using not only search channels, but also social. But that's an important thing to remember as we go along. Search is a component of a digital marketing strategy. It's not the sole component. You're not operating on an island when you're doing it, and there's other things that you can incorporate with it in order to make it more successful. Optimization, go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry, early bird
No,
question. Do you mean people are finding companies more on Facebook than Google? Is that what you're saying?
So what I'm saying is Facebook is the #1 referrer of website traffic. So if you think about the process of that, a typical search activity would be you log into Google, search for what you're looking for, get served up that option on the search engine results page, and then click through that website. So Google is the referrer on that. Now with Facebook's daily usage numbers, it's just a volume game, and the increase in transactional volume that Facebook has is now steering more traffic to websites. So we'll get into search being a huge, or social being a huge component of search, but it's a free media and it's free exposure to your website to drive links back, and those are all ranking factors. So again, optimization, act or process or methodology of making something as fully perfect, functional, and effective as possible. So the goal of search, whether it's Google, Bing, or Yahoo, is to deliver the appropriate content at the right time, in the right place, and to the right person. I'm going to downsize this and show a video. Google is now terming this definition as micro moments, and it'll kind of give you an outside view. You may be utilizing search as a consumer, but in order to manage search engine optimization or digital marketing, you have to put yourself in your ultimate consumer shoes, and this video highlights that. thank you to Google for putting together a fantastic video that kind of highlights the mindset when you're incorporating search into a marketing strategy. You really need to understand how a consumer is searching, because the beginning of any digital marketing strategy is all boiled down to keyword activity. So you optimize pages for keywords, and the keywords are the searches that people conduct, and that is, step number one. So again, using your perspective as a consumer, where are you going when you're searching for a product or service? Search Google, Bing, and Yahoo, social, Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter, or you go to a referral source, making a call to a family member, either going online. A lot of neighborhoods now have pages on Facebook where they refer services, or are you more traditional and into print with newspaper and yellow pages? And the other thing to look at is it's not necessarily your comfort level, but again, how your ideal customer is using search. And that's really the start of the strategy. So I pulled a search engine results page for bagel. Just figured a random search that we could all execute on to kind of lay out the search. So if it's a random search for an item in particular, there may be, this happens to have nutritional facts. Above here, you would have some paid, and we'll show a page with paid pay-per-click ads later. This is where there's an opportunity, particularly for small business. And again, this is a Google search page. This is the My Local results. So if you've done any work in SEO, you understand the larger the scale of the geography, the more difficult it is to rank for that first page. There's just more competitors. Whether you're a painter or whether you're in construction or whatever the business, very difficult to reach this first. Even as a restaurant, you see Yelp is up there first. They're an aggregator, so they take all the referrals and they benefit from the volume of traffic to optimize for specific terms. But if you're a local business, Google wants to serve you information where you can use it most effectively. So they've done the research to be able to tie into your smartphone or your search device and pull up local results based on your geography. So this will change depending upon where you're at and where you're conducting the search. But those are primarily the Google My Business results. So a very quick thing that all of you guys can do is claim your listings on Google My Business, Yahoo Local, and Bing Places, because that's, again, another first step is to do the legwork into claiming those pages and downloading images and steering people there for referrals. Those are all ranking factors. And there's more than 200 ranking factors, and we'll kind of cover some of them at a glance. But
what would you recommend for home-based businesses that don't have a physical location?
Sure. So I'm a home-based business. I've optimized for my house location. We'll go through search engine report later, and what I'm basically doing for myself is when I do move up to a brick and mortar location at some point, I'll have to adjust all of those directory listings. So, but
Do you have concerns with having your home address on there though?
it's you can hide your business address
Okay.
on the listings.
Yeah.
So,
But would it still show you like in that city, or would it just wipe you off the
yeah,
map?
no, it'd be city-based.
Okay.
And some, there's, so like a white pages or a yellow pages, there's thousands of local directories, and name, address, and phone consistency in those directories is a ranking factor. So if you have, and again, I have an example at the tail end. If you put 123 Alpha Street, Suite C, and then the next one is 123 Alpha C, then Google thinks that's two separate locations. So Google's crawler is very subjective, and all of those have to match up identically. Otherwise, you're getting dinged for inconsistent name, address, and phone listing.
When people search for a piano teacher, Wilkins Music Studio used to be at the top, and I dropped way down. So do I have to do Pinterest and Twitter to get back up?
So we need to start with a SEO report to see if the pages are titled correctly, to see how your social engagement is being played out. And yeah, I can't just say there's one thing. That could have been because of an algorithm change. There could have been some things you were doing in the past that are now not best practice. So I can't just say that up here without looking into it.
There's another teacher very close to me, and she's there, but I'm wondering if she paid to be there.
Well, let me cover the paid search results in my next slide and see if she's, so up here, anytime it says ad, those are people who have paid to be in that top listing, and that's Google AdWords. So Google AdWords is a great place to conduct your keyword research. You go in and enter some terms that you think people would be searching, enter your website, enter the industry that you're in, and it gives you search volume for those terms. So this isn't a guesswork as much as it is science now. You mentioned carpet cleaning. I happen to be doing some work for an indoor air quality specialist, and we recently did the keyword research. There's over 4,400 searches on carpet cleaning in the Chicagoland metropolitan area on a monthly basis. So you can imagine how competitive those terms are to bid. So just to present, you don't get charged for that. That's impression. If somebody's to click on your ad and go land on your website, again, they're going to get that referral, you're going to get charged for that. And you set daily and monthly budgets and pay-per-click, and that's another presentation. So I don't want to get too deep into that.
But how do you do the Google AdWords? Is that just, if you have your Google My Business, is it that part of that?
So they're rolling, if you have your, my business accounts through Gmail, so, I have a business suffix, but it's all routed through Gmail servers. So they've tied that into now your Google My Business profile, AdWords, Analytics. It's all in a menu that you can pop through and select.
If you go to Google My Business?
Hmm?
Okay. Like your My Google?
You can just go in, if you can get a login, go to Google My Business and register as a user. If you
Yeah,
don't
I
have a
already
Gmail account. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
then through that, let me show you real quick. So up here, this little area, Google
Oh, yeah,
Apps,
okay.
and click down there. More and more. Let's show the page. I'm gonna come back to that.
Okay.
But yeah, so again, the pay gets served above the local, and the local gets served above the organic. So Google's realizing that in the national organic, they're just not able to provide the right solution at the right time in the right location. So that's why they developed the Google My Business or Google My Local search. And again, this is all based on keywords. This was a search for auto insurance, and anytime you're bidding up here, it's based on impressions and clicks.
Sorry, you said it was 3 was paid, what, and then organic, what was the second one called?
My
On the
local.
previous chart. And what's the third thing called, bids based on impressions and clicks? That's,
Google's AdWords. That's pay-per-click advertising.
oh, okay.
So again, with everything being keyword-based, we start all of our engagements with a project strategy map, and every project strategy map starts out with keyword research. So you really have to go to Google to get the numbers. Prime example of where you could completely misstep is I was working with a credit card processing company, and they were talking, we're merchant services providers, that's the industry terminology, that's what we need to use. Well, we did the research, and merchant services provider was not getting any search traffic at all. So if I would have listened and moved forward with the customer's intuition, we would have completely misstepped on the campaign. In doing the research, we turned out that the more prevalent search term was actually payments. So we were able to structure the entire strategy around the term payments, which is actually getting search volume. So, I can't stress the fact enough that every good strategy needs to start with research. It's just as true in digital as it is with traditional. Otherwise, you can completely miss your own.
What kind of business was that?
It was credit card processing.
Oh, okay.
So, keywords, queries are the words that users type into the search box. They carry extraordinary value. As you can see, Google always auto-finishes and tries to guess. The difference between quotes and companies just popping up and being ranked differently for those could be thousands of dollars to an insurance brokerage. You can understand how that can have a very large impact. And then again, targeted traffic to a website can provide publicity, revenue, and exposure like no other channel of marketing. Another concept I want to stress is that the website really needs to be at the hub of any strategy that you have. You want to steer as much traffic back to your website and really dig into the data to quantify what that traffic means. Because if you're driving, thousands of visitors to your website every month, but you're not closing any sales, then we need to adjust the way that your website's built and make sure that it's either presenting information or capturing contact data so that you can follow up appropriately. I talked about over 200 factors. This is a tool for search engine land that they put together. It's the periodic table of Seo Factors. The two big things with search engine optimization is on-page and off-page. Majority of the factors, conclude into or can be combined into social signals, user interaction signals, and trust. Social, I think, is pretty self-explanatory. User interaction is, again, is it an e-commerce site? Are you looking to capture information? Are you looking to generate a phone call? There's a separate way to build and structure the website for each of those purposes. And then for trust, social signals pointing back to the website, topical trust authority with regular blog posts, publishing in trade journals, and then linking to some of the local entities